Sism, sit down.
That's the only reason I want to go.
I'm furious.
You've seen them before. You know, nude photos.
Yeah,
Don't let him sit here and play the role.
Calm down, ladies.
Oh!
Instead of having a dream in her mind.
If you think you've seen Judge Lauren Lake pissed as hell, wait till you find out what these grandmothers did to her temper. It was an outburst of rage, and trust me, everyone in the courtroom felt the heat. I hope you're ready. This is gonna be one hell of a show.
Ms. Riley, you stand before me claiming that you are 100% positive your son is not the child's father and have insisted on a DNA test from the moment you heard Miss Sism was pregnant. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
So, Miss Sism, how certain are you that Anthony is the father?
I'm 2,000%.
The courtroom jumped into complete disarray when Judge Lauren asked Miss Sissom's daughter if her mother knew she was being intimate at a young age. Of course she didn't. Miss Sissoms confirmed it too. But did Miss Riley agree to any of that? Hell no! She went haywire like a cannon bolt.
She was sneaking at my house. She was coming over here lying, conniving, saying, I have a 14-year-old daughter at home. She was sneaking over there, hollering about she was coming over there to see my daughter.
That's a lie, Your Honor.
My son was going to school. How are you going to tell me what's a lie?
Because, Your Honor, they was having sex in her house.
You didn't even care
and
where your daughter
what
was
type
at.
of parent is she if she gonna tell them?
Your daughter was there.
She told
You
them.
did the same, Paul.
She told
Hold
them
on,
to you.
hold on.
The courtroom was turning into a road rage, with both grandmothers coming at each other from all angles. Judge Lauren finally got them to calm down. Then the bombshells started to drop. I promise you aren't prepared for what you are about to hear.
Your Honor, I see her walking with another guy. My son at school, this is before Destiny said anything about you was pregnant. Next thing you know, I find out that my son come telling me that she told him that she pregnant. How is that? You just came around two weeks ago? And he was messing with another girl at the time.
You saw Destiny walking with somebody else.
Yes, another guy.
The surprises keep dropping like they had been queued up all this while. It's a storm of accusations in the courtroom. Miss Sissoms then starts to talk about how she had big dreams before Miss Riley's son came to mess it all up by getting her pregnant.
Your daughter had big dreams for her life.
Yes, she did.
Dreams to do what?
My daughter is a senior this year. She was going to college to be a pediatrician and a lawyer. Now she cannot do that because she has Osiris.
Oh, like my son
to
didn't have
take care-
dreams.
Oh, excuse me, Your Honor. She has Osiris to take care of. So she cannot do that now.
Now Miss Sissom's daughter finds out she's pregnant. Of course that was gonna happen. Here's where the craziest thing happens. She tells the courtroom the reason why she decided to have the baby, and trust me, it will leave your jaws hanging from your mouth.
But I don't want you to be the only one taking care of him. So we go upstairs, we talk more about it, and he said, you know what, I don't feel safe in the streets, so I think you should have my child, just in case if I leave this earth, you can have something to remember me by. Anthony has so many people that was after him that wanted to hurt him, and that's why he wanted me to have his baby.
Now Miss Sissoms and her daughter are in the waiting room, expecting the baby to be born, and the craziest thing happens. Miss Riley walks into the room. Once Miss Sissoms sets her eyes on her, she goes crazy, asking security to send her out of the hospital. There's no love there for sure.
That's my grandbaby being born in her rude, unselfish, disrespectful self. She comes in there, I'm in the waiting room, she's sitting the guard in there and tell them lying and said I'm threatening her and I need to be removed.
She did.
So I never had my joy to see was that's my grandson.
I sure did.
So I don't feel it's my grandson.
Do you want to know why?
Now there's a plot twist here. Apparently Miss Simmons got Miss Riley removed from the hospital so her son could sign the birth certificate for the baby. I know you're in shock right now. These women are insane.
She has me removed out the hospital so she can get my son to sign this. This is a birth certificate. My son ain't old enough to be doing all this.
You believe she had you removed from the hospital strategically because they wanted to coerce your son into signing the birth certificate?
You on the right today.
One of her family members threatened us.
I guess it's time we brought this grandmother's bloodbath to a close, shall we? It's the moment of truth. The moment we've all been waiting for. The truth is about to be revealed. I hope you're ready because I most definitely am.
Mr. Taylor, you are his father.
I bet I can.
This is about the most ignorant stuff I done seen in here in a long time. Sit down.
Now I can promise you that this particular case will leave you imagining the wildest things and asking yourself, how can this even be possible? Well, I hope you're ready, guys, because you are definitely about to be wowed.
Mr. Morris, you're here because you say certain facts have come to light that make you believe that you fathered one of Miss Thorpe's twins and not the other. You claim a botched home DNA test separated you from your daughter, London, and you intend to rectify that issue today. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
It all started in an outrageous manner, with Mr. Morris claiming to have only fathered one child out of the pair of twins that were born by his girlfriend, Miss Thorpe. Does that even make any sense? How do you father one child out of a pair of twins? Damn!
Exactly how it sounds. Originally, I was believed that both of them was mine. Over time, certain circumstances made me feel like neither were mine. And then after that, different things happened that made me believe just London was.
We've examined this issue completely in this courtroom.
Now their relationship didn't particularly start off as the typical Sleeping Beauty and Princess Charming kind of story. There were loopholes, trust me, and Miss Thorpe didn't waste any time in stating them without hesitation.
Before anything, we were friends, so I don't even understand why he's even putting me through this. I told Antoine that I wanted to be in a relationship with him, and he turned me down because he was still in love with the mother of his other child. So when that time happened, I got upset and I started messing with another guy.
Okay, and this was after you were already intimate with Mr. Morris?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now Miss Thorpe finds out she's pregnant, and of course she tells Mr. Morris. Is he happy about it? Well, he sure is, and he seems like the happiest man in the world. But all good things don't last now, do they? Let's find out.
I was ecstatic. I was very, very happy. Like I went all out. I bought two of everything. It cost a lot. It was bassinets here, strollers there, car seats. Moved her into a family member house during her pregnancy. Try to make her as comfortable as possible. She hungry every day.
In no time, the sweet baby daddy turned into the doubtful baby daddy. He starts asking himself questions like, are they really mine? Should I get a DNA test done? What if she lied to me from the beginning? All shades of doubt start to settle in Mr. Morris's head.
All right, so you send the results in, and of course, how do they come back?
0% probability.
But you do understand that you didn't even use the swabs right.
I would just hope, I don't know. Like I said, so.
No, you don't.
I don't, I didn't.
I mean, the truth is you don't. You was making something up.
But everything was just confusing.
Now, finding out the twins aren't his, he texts his baby mama being all angry and furious. When he doesn't get a reply from her, what does he do? He goes to social media and posts the news everywhere, saying he isn't the kid and his baby mama lied to him. Trust me, he's one crazy person.
When I was at work at the time, he actually texted me and told me that the DNA test came back and that the twins were not his. At the time, I didn't respond automatically because, like I said, I was at work. So he ended up getting very upset and ended up posting it all over social media and telling everybody. He posted all over social media and told everybody that the DNA test came back and that the kids were not his.
The bombshells continue to drop and things start to blow out of proportion. Another surprise comes in. Boom! Mr. Morris wasn't the regular old Mr. Good Guy he was claiming to be. He got another woman pregnant. Oops! Now that's a lot from him. Oh, trust me, Judge Lauren was about to lose her cool.
Oh, you had two women pregnant at the same time?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, you on team too much all the way around. So you had another baby by another woman at the same time.
The same reason when I was telling Imani why I couldn't be in a relationship with her, because I was in a long-time relationship with someone else. We was on a break then.
Well, the suspense is finally over, and the hassle of who the dad of their child is about to be revealed. It's been a bumpy and funny ride with Mr. Morris and Miss Thorpe. All eyes are on the judge as she unleashes the truth. Get ready, paternity folks.
Mr. Morris, you are not the father. Well, you were correct there. You are not Paris's biological father. Mr. Morris, you are not the father. Miss Thorpe, somewhere inside of you, you knew this was a very real possibility. I can see your reaction.
Mr. Byram had no idea he was signing up for a lifetime of drama when he hooked up with Miss Morris, and my God, was their relationship more chaotic than a Mexican cartel. I hope you guys are ready for this baby daddy drama because it's going to leave you speechless. Trust me.
Mr. Byram, you say the plaintiff admitted to sleeping with another man, and when the results prove you are not Jackson's father, you plan to leave for good.
Yes, I do.
All right, so Mr. Byram, there's a lot at stake today, am I
Yes,
correct?
our whole relationship is based on this paternity test right here.
His face could tell you that he had been through the thicks and turns of a disloyal relationship. He didn't want to be part of that anymore. What was worse, he wasn't even sure if he was the father of their child. Believe me when I tell you, it was a hustle with these two.
This is the second time she's done this to me. Since we've been together, this isn't just the first time that she's cheated on me. This is the second time. And I've been nothing but faithful and loving to her since day one.
Second time, it happened once.
Ms. Morris, did you cheat on him?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now you're here saying he is the father of your 1-month-old child, even though you say I cheated.
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, Mr. Byram, playing the detective role, had a funny feeling in his gut that his girlfriend had been messing around. He was hell-bent on proving it, so all his senses were alert, like he was Spider-Man throughout their relationship. What he uncovered would leave you speechless.
At first, through the window. And then that's when I started banging on the doors and the windows. And then I go in the house. He's hiding up in the attic of her grandma's house.
Hiding in the attic?
Yes, ma'am. Hiding in the attic up in her grandma's house. I told him,
How did you find him in the attic?
I started searching the house because I had a feeling that they were together.
He found out that his girlfriend had been cheating on him with one of his close friends. Hold up! The juice from this story doesn't just end there. When Miss Morris is asked if she did cheat, she doesn't deny it. I mean, was she excited that she did?
How do you end up sleeping with his friend?
We were having trouble way before I even slept with his friend. I was always constantly getting accused. He's always constantly telling me I'm cheating. It's been happening for 4 years now.
And so what I'm trying to
And
understand is he keeps accusing you, so you just go ahead and validate the accusation?
Well, we technically we split up for a month.
Oh, trust me, Mr. Byram was beyond pissed. He found out that his girlfriend didn't just cheat on him once with his friend. Apparently, they were in a relationship. Now that's really messed up. How do you even do such a thing? It's really unbelievable.
They were together from like July all the way until November. This isn't just a month thing. This was like a 4-month thing.
We were in a potential relationship.
And then you all, after all of this, you got back together?
I wanted to get back together because my daughter is in love with me. She's constantly with me. She don't want nothing to do with anybody else. I want to be there for my kids.
Things start to spiral out of control as more mysteries behind their damaged relationship start to show themselves. Mr. Byram has been trying to bond with his kid, but it's not just working for him. Whenever he looks at the kid, all he sees is his friend's face. Ouch! That must be upsetting.
I keep my distance from him because I don't know if he's my son.
And then sometimes he'll say it's his son, sometimes he'll act like a dad to him, and then sometimes he won't. So it's like a mood swing type of thing. Like he'll say, oh, well, okay, yeah, he's my son, and then a couple days later he'll say, oh, no, that's, I don't know, and he'll switch it up.
Ms. Morris, you do understand how difficult this must be for him.
The whole drama from these two gives you a lot of adrenaline rush. Miss Morris eventually admits that what she did was completely wrong, and hopefully they could work things out and be happy again. But is that what Mr. Byram wants? I very much doubt that.
I want to be with him. I do not want to be with the other guy. He constantly tells me I do, and I don't. And I'm ready to basically move on with our family. I understand the mistakes that I made. I at least admitted to it. I came out and said what I did, but I'm willing to become a family. We already are a family, but...
You want to work on this?
Yes.
She says she wants to try to be a family, and she wants to do the work.
You can't be a family when you're seeing other men.
Well,
I don't see no other men.
Well, there's no going back now. The situation is just very messed up, but the truth is about to be unleashed. It's the moment we've all been waiting for. Will they be able to save their relationship, or is this goodbye? The answers lie in front of the judge.
Mr. Byram, you are the father.
Yes.
How does it feel now?
Feels great. Almost want to cry that he's mine.
I'm very sorry, Josh. I'm glad you're the dad. Trust me, I'm very, very happy.
Mr. Scott was previously questioning another woman, and now he had another one. However, Miss Kalon appeared chill and had a tale of vanishing acts and online romance. Get ready for a paternity bombshell that'll leave you questioning if this is real life or just another episode of Who's Your Daddy?
Denying you fathered the defendant, Miss Kalon's 4-month-old daughter, Ezra, in today's paternity results will clear your name.
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, Miss Kalon, you claim the plaintiff was excited when he found out you were pregnant, but then only a few months before you gave birth, Mr. Scott disappeared.
So, in the world of digital romance, their love story blossomed like a bad Tinder date. They met online, chatted for 3 weeks to a month. Who's counting, right? And things got super cozy. But beware, this isn't your typical lovey-dovey narrative. Nope, it's a saga of suspicious phone snooping and trust issues that could make even Romeo and Juliet cringe.
Well, Your Honor, start off with, we met online. We chatted for about 3 weeks, I'll say 3 weeks to a month, something like that, So she came to visit me. She came to my city, she came to visit me. We hung out, we spent time, we had a nice time that night. No big deal, It was nice, She went to sleep. I happened to go through her phone. I went through her phone.
On the first night, you guys had a date?
Yeah, well, the reason why I went through your phone.
As Miss Kalon spills the tea, she unveils Mr. Scott's sudden disappearance, suspecting another woman in the shadows. Mr. Scott's accusations lead to doubts, and the court becomes a stage for hurt feelings, trust issues, and a dash of online espionage. The drama unfolds as they question the foundation of their relationship.
But you weren't in a committed relationship, right?
Yeah.
No, not at that time. No, at the time of upon of her arrival.
No, see, that's why he's stuttering, because he lies.
No.
Who am I married to?
Upon her arrival, we was together.
I didn't
Upon
have
her
nothing to
arrival, we
hide.
was
I didn't need
together.
to hide nothing.
But then she also admitted to me, like she said, that she was supposed to have a sexual encounter with another dude, but she said he couldn't perform. So that's what she admitted to me.
Oh boy, Mr. Scott seemed to be ready to give all the facts and more. But the plot thickens when Miss Kalon reveals him to be a big fat liar. It's an insane tale of revelations, motel mysteries, and intimate details, all leading to the pregnancy.
What do you have to say about his accusations?
He is a lie. I think he believes his own lies, for real. I mean, this is like crazy. I don't know where
How
he's
did it
getting all
go
this.
down for you?
Okay, so I met him on the internet site, a dating site. I didn't pursue him, he pursued me. Okay, let's get that straight.
Yeah, I did get at her. She was a nice white. I mean, she was pretty, man. A thick white girl, she was pretty.
Okay.
Things were heating up, and they were about to heat some more. It seemed these guys had issues with each other for not picking up the phone when the other called. Oh, this seems like a messy web, and we all are left wondering who's fooling whom.
That's what it was.
If
I call you at 12 o'clock at
himself.
night, if I call you at 12 o'clock at night, not once, not twice, not three, not four, and you don't answer the phone, something's wrong.
Sleeping.
And then call. And
but I stay awake all night.
You can't call me the next. You cannot call me the next day at 11:30 and say I was asleep. So you mean to tell me that you was asleep for 14 hours?
I'm supposed to just jump every time he calls?
Yes.
Come on. No.
Yes.
I don't think so.
If I'm calling you, yes, you are.
The plaintiff, the self-proclaimed smart man, delves into the evidence he found in the mommy's phone. By the looks of it, a few questionable pictures were enough for him to doubt the woman big time.
Okay. Pictures of other male part, and it was another. She was like, "Well, I'm finna go to Lancaster to visit a friend, a family member."
And she did it like that.
Pictures of male,
and
other people's male
the guy
parts.
responds like, the guy says,
kids
"Well."
would play with my phone, Your Honor. There was nothing like that in my phone.
But it was pictures of you all in lingerie and all this stuff inside your phone, though,
you got
right?
those too?
Moving on, Mommy claimed to have never been in love with the guy. However, it appears these guys did share a few mutual qualities that ended up attracting them. Though, safe to say, it was a rocky relationship with doubts about commitment. Oh, they both did not trust one another.
Let me ask you something. Were you in love with
I wouldn't
Mr.
say it was
Scott?
love. On the internet site that I met him on, he wanted basically the same things I was looking for, He
Yes,
was
of
family. He said he was family oriented.
Of course I am. I take care of all my kids, but how am I gonna have a family with a girl that's already texting other dudes? If you knew that you was feeling me and you was committed to me, like, I'm feeling him, I'm not gonna talk to these dudes.
The courtroom was buzzing with anticipation, and these guys seemed to be only good at one thing, bickering with each other. The judge, sensing potential future drama, wrapped up the case and went straight for the results.
Mr. Scott, you are not the father.
I apologize. I could be woman enough to apologize and keep it moving.
Oh, I think you're stuttering now. Something has finally made
She don't need a father.
He gets married to the love of his life, only to find out she is also getting intimate with another man who he knows nothing about. And that's not the craziest part of the story. I hope you guys are in for another bumpy ride of baby daddy drama, because your minds are about to be blown.
Mr. Smith, you have brought your estranged wife to court to prove that you are the biological father of her 4-year-old daughter, Christina Cookie Smith. You signed the birth certificate and have been daddy since she was born, and claim you know you are her father. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, Now, Mr. and Mrs. Smith started their love sequel back when they were in middle school. They were the pretty sweethearts back in the day, with all that Disney love. But hold up, things are about to take an unexpected turn, people.
In the beginning, we actually met in middle school. We went out through, like, I want to say 7th, 8th grade, and then we reconnected after high school.
All right, and you dated, fell in love?
Right, we actually got married.
Okay.
We actually ended up getting new phones around that time.
Okay.
So it's just like the other phones were kind of lingering around. So I'm just casually just going through them.
He goes through her phone one of those cozy nights and finds out his wife has been sexting another guy, sending him the most inappropriate pictures. Damn, when she's asked, she doesn't deny it at all. That's gonna leave a mark on Mr. Smith's heart if you ask me. Of course, when he found out, he definitely wasn't going to stick around.
My wife and some other cat.
What did you see? What was the exchange?
Well, it was like I miss you. You know, when you miss a person, you know, apparently you've seen them before. You know, nude photos.
Oh.
You know what I mean? And
nude photos of your wife or of the man?
Excuse me, Your Honor. I've
of
never
both.
seen any of these alleged text messages that he's talking about.
Well, did you send them?
Now things spiral out of proportion, and Mrs. Smith finds out she's pregnant. Who does she call? She calls Mr. Smith, hoping they could work out their marriage and move on. Does that work? Well, your guess is as good as mine.
So at some point, Miss Smith, you find out you're pregnant.
Yes, ma'am. When I found out I was pregnant, we were very excited. I told Christian we weren't together. And I thought that this could be a chance for us to reconnect and make our marriage work. And he agreed, and shortly after, we got back together.
Things become all romantic again for Mr. and Mrs. Smith. They're having the time of their lives and in a happy place once again. But does that last? Hell no! Trust me when I tell you, things take a turn for the worst.
And then I saw an Instagram name, so I immediately I look up their Instagram. So I'm scrolling, and I see somebody holding my daughter.
Whoa.
With a
What?
you know, with a cheese, you know, with one of these, you know, with a cheese on their face, like it's all happy and everything.
So does it have a caption?
It did have a caption.
Now Mrs. Smith drops a bomb that blows the minds of everyone in the courtroom. She says she got intimate with another guy and told the guy she wasn't married. Wait, what? I can't believe my ears right now.
And around the time, I was very vulnerable, and he was the only one showing me any type of attention or any love, which I needed because I felt lonely around the time because my husband left me alone. So, yeah.
You had sex with him?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you use protection?
No, ma'am.
Did you tell him you were married?
No, I did not.
This could only be termed the worst day of Mr. Smith's life. First of all, he finds out that his wife, whom he loves more than anyone in the world, had an affair with someone else. Then another bombshell hits the ground and he finds out he might not be that father to his little girl. I wouldn't want to be in his shoes, honestly.
So if he has a caption saying, "This is my child," you had told this other man that the child was his?
Yes.
Yeah, before me, right? Before me, like I don't mean anything. Just this random person gets the best information in the world, and you feel like you can't tell me the one thing that I actually need to hear.
As if things couldn't get any worse. The guy who Mrs. Smith was having an affair with walked into the court, and trust me, he had quite a lot to say. He also thinks the little girl is his child too. That's just sad.
And so when you met her, did Miss Smith say to you, "This is your child"?
I ain't gonna lie, when I seen her, she looks just like my dad. She looks just like us, so, you know, I never really doubted it. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I always thought that, yo, this is my child.
Well, the moment we've all been waiting for is here, and the truth is about to be revealed, people. It's been one tricky ride here, but all that suspense is about to be over. I hope you guys are ready because I am.
The biological father is Mr. Prater.
That's tough.
Which means this web is still continuing.